the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about this little big thing called influence. And influence, in its bare bones, simply means the potential to have an effect on something. And if we really stop and pay attention, it's easy to see how nearly everything and everyone around us has the potential to have an effect on us. Which also means that you have that same potential to have an effect on nearly everything and everyone around you. Whether it be your family or your neighbors or the people at Walmart, you have an influence on the world around you, and that influence matters. I'm going to be challenging you over the next few weeks to pay attention to this you effect, to encourage you to use it, not only to impact, but to improve the lives of the people around you, because you have more of an effect than you think. And this week, I want to spend some time unpacking that idea. You have more of an effect than you think. Now, generally, the effect that you have on someone is either positive or negative. And I would argue that the dependent variable on whether or not it was positive or negative is heavily dependent upon your wisdom. And do you want to know what the first step to wisdom is? Humility. The first step to wisdom is the humble admittance that you actually don't know everything. There are people who know more than you. There are people who know more than me. There are people who are wiser than you and me. And this is actually good news for us because once we humbly admit that we lack it and subsequently realize our need for it, we can be more intentional about seeking it and receiving it. Which then leads us to our next step when it comes to wisdom, which is searching for it. And to start, we can look to Scripture. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Job are considered some of the most wisdom-rich books of the Bible. We can also turn to prayer. We can even turn to music. But some of the best wisdom that God makes available to us comes through the wise people around us that point us in the right directions. And before you assume that this is the point where I challenge you to seek out that wise person in your life, which you should, I want us to take a peek at a verse in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 9 says this: "Instruct the wise, and they will be wiser still. Teach the righteous, and they will add to their learning." There are two things here. One, you will be wiser and you will add to your learning when you have someone speaking into your life, when you have someone leading you, when you have someone guiding you. And two, you have the ability to do this very same thing for others, whether it be your friends or your younger siblings, your neighbors, or even the people at Walmart. It's important for us to not only seek out wisdom from others, but pass on wisdom to others. I saw this on TikTok the other day. Cue dramatic musical background music. The loneliest people are the kindest. The saddest people smile the brightest. And the most damaged people are the wisest. Now that's from TikTok, so take it as you will. But I think that it's worth it to note that each of our individual stories and the way we respond to them possess a certain level of wisdom. And those that are older than us help us draw out what that wisdom is. And it is then our responsibility to share that wisdom with others, to be that older person for someone else in our lives. So today, I want to encourage you to seek after God, to ask Him whether He would lead you to seek out wisdom from someone you trust, or to share wisdom with someone in need, or maybe even do both. But let Him lead you to it. Let Him lead you to and through those choices. Because this you effect is ultimately Him through others to you, or Him through you to others. Don't forget to check out the song of the day in the description.